Hey guys, what's going on today? Here it is Fat Matt. Today I'm going to be ranking every Black Ops 2 Zombies map from worst to best because it's fun and it's pretty much a tradition at this point, and we have Black Ops 6 coming out in a couple months, so why not run it back and re-rank these maps and see where I stand. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 7, I have Nuketown Zombies. Now, Nuketown Zombies overall is a horrible experience because the random perk locations really hinder this map. It really makes it miserable because there are some games where you won't get Jug or Pack-a-Punch until like round 25, and that is just straight up unacceptable. I think every 115 kills you get a perk machine, or every couple rounds, and it's such a shitty experience, man. I can't lie. And I also hate how half the map is blocked off. Like, it's not even an open Nuketown map. Half of the map is barricaded off. You know, going up and down the stairs sucks. There's no Easter egg quest. There's nothing really fun about this map. Is there even a wonder weapon, or is the best gun you can get a ray gun? I don't understand why they made Nuketown so miserable to play in Zombies when it should have been fun. Alpha Omega is a little bit better. I don't know why I'm bringing up Alpha Omega. It's just, you know, Nuketown Zombies. But yeah, BO2 Nuketown Zombies really does suck, and it is a horrible iteration of the map and mode combo. Now, coming up next, we have Tranzit. Now, I really think Tranzit is the worst solo experience of all time. Playing this map solo is absolute hell. Trying to run through the maze, trying to get the wonder weapon, just trying to travel across the map is miserable. Opening Pack-a-Punch is miserable. Doing a lot of things on Tranzit is just absolutely dog shit, man. Like, it's just not fun. But if you have 4 players and you have a full lobby, it can definitely be a lot of fun because you can have different people doing different things on the map. And this is also the first map to introduce the bank mechanic in Zombies, which is very interesting. But there are some really cool ways to set up on Tranzit. Like, you could just spawn in and then you could get Galvanuckles and you could kind of just punch your way into the bank and do a bunch of fun things. And then, you know, you could have 100,000 points on round 1 and kind of open up everything, and it's kind of cool. But other than that, Tranzit really is a horrible experience, and the own wonder weapon doesn't even like being on the map, man. If you overuse the wonder weapon, it breaks apart and you have to rebuild it. This map is just so convoluted. It also has the worst iteration of Nuketown Toad, and I don't know why there's a Nuketown Toad buried in this map, but the idea of Tranzit's cool, but the execution was just absolutely horrible. We have denizens and fog and lava just because the console could not handle how bad this map was and how many resources they were using on it. I think they were trying to overachieve, and it overall just didn't work out. Plus, the Easter egg quest sucks. I don't know. I really don't like Tranzit that much. I'm sorry. Now, coming up next, we have Town. Now, I think Town is actually a lot of fun, and it's kind of just a better Nuketown. Like, it's just a weird survival map that you could play with your friends or solo, but there's actually a lot to be, you know, appreciated on Town. Outside of the lava being really annoying, it has some fun camping spots. It has some fun training spots. It also has a good amount of difficulty, but it's not too difficult. Like, I like to compare it to Nuketown because it's like Nuketown, but it has set perk locations, and it's just a better layout, but it's kind of the same idea. I really do hate the lava and how the map's broken up, but that's just a problem with these green run Black Ops 2 Zombies maps. And I'm not throwing Farm on this list, and I'm also not throwing Bus Depot because they would just be at the bottom and they suck, but at least Town has some redeemable qualities, and I want to make it part of the video just cuz. Now, coming up next, we have Die Rise. Now, Die Rise is the first DLC map for Black Ops 2 Zombies, and I think there's a little bit to get out of this map. I think the high rounds are really great because I do like using the Silico Fire and camping. I think it's a lot of fun. I think the Easter egg quest does suck, but I feel like all the Easter egg quests suck on the Green Run maps or the Zelensky maps in this game. I don't know why, they just were not good or fun. Plus, these maps didn't have real cutscenes. Like, the Die Rise intro cutscene was just like newsletter comic, you know, panning and sound effects and stuff. It wasn't like fully animated cutscenes like Mob of the Dead and Origins got, but that's not really the point. I'm talking about the gameplay, and the gameplay at Die Rise is pretty miserable. The Nova 6 jumping jacks suck. All the buildables on this map suck. The whole layout is just absolutely miserable. It's like a totally vertical map, and I feel like that would just never fare well in COD Zombies. We like having horizontal space where you could train and kind of traverse the map, you know, through a bridge or just a straightaway. I don't think we really like going up and down, and Die Rise pathways are just absolutely miserable. There's also these weird armored zombies in the early rounds where it's 2 knives to kill on round 1, which is ridiculous. But I do like the Circle Fire, like I said. I do like some of the camping spots, and high rounding can be fun, but there's not really a good Easter egg quest. Like I said, the buildables suck. Traversing this map sucks. Die Rise is just not really a good time. I do like the vibes. I have a lot of nostalgia for it, and this is kind of what got me into Zombies. Like, I was in middle school just playing Die Rise, and I was like, this is awesome, but nowadays, oh my god, Die Rise is just, ugh. Why would you ever go back to it, man? Now, coming in at number 3, I have Buried. I think Buried is a pretty good map, but I also think it could be very boring at times. You know, it has the Zelensky curse, where it has a really weird Easter egg quest that's not really fun, and it also has a ridiculously difficult final step, and this also kind of ends the Black Ops 2 Zombies storyline. Like, it ends an arc where, you know, it ends the Moon storyline where Maxis is electricity and Richtofon's controlling the zombies. It wraps that up in a really confusing way. The gameplay on this map is kind of alright. I mean, it's broken because there's a bank and all those things that those weird Zelensky maps have, but it's fine. I mean, at least the buildables are a lot more fun on Buried. The witch house is really cool, and the whole maze, like, all that stuff's really cool, and Buried definitely has a lot more redeemable qualities. I think it has some cool box weapons. Like, I love the Remington pistol. I do love the Paralyzer. I think that's a fantastic wonder weapon. You could train with it, which isn't really optimal, but you can do it. It's a great camping wonder weapon, and it's really fun to just set up, like, the head cutter and the trample steam, and everything going on with the buildables is actually really fun. And I also think Arthur or Leroy Jenkins is a great mechanic to have on a zombies map. Like, the fact that you could just have a dude that runs around and builds stuff for you or breaks stuff down is a lot of fun, and I overall think Buried is definitely the best Zelensky experience on Black Ops 2. It's definitely the best. It's not a green run map, but we could kind of just throw it in the green run map category. It's definitely the strongest. It's definitely the best to high round, and it definitely does have the best Easter egg quest. That doesn't really mean it's good, because the mazed lever step sucks, the sharpshooter step sucks, even going back in time to search the bodies of Victus sucks. I don't know, a lot of this Easter egg quest is just miserable, but it's very meh. A lot of these Black Ops 2 Zombies maps are very meh, which, looking back, like, the game is fantastic, but oh my god, did they just plague this game with a couple bad maps. Now, coming in at number 2 is Mob of the Dead. Now, obviously, this map takes place on Alcatraz Island, and there is a absolutely fire celebrity cast. Like, oh my god, we have so many iconic mobster celebrities, or just people that were in, you know, classic films like, you know, Reservoir Dogs or A Bronx Tale. I mean, there's just so many iconic actors. I mean, they have people from Goodfellas in this bitch. What a fantastic celebrity cast. This map is actually terrifying. They like to hype up, like, oh, Zetsubo's scary, Shinonuma's scary, you know, we have scary zombies maps, Varukta's scary. You know, Mob of the Dead is terrifying, and it has a freaky aura. Like, a lot of people were locked up for life here, a lot of people died here, a lot of people went crazy here. The zombies have red eyes, and the whole score of Mob of the Dead is so horrifying. Like, going room to room and hearing that whimsical ass scary shit going down it's literally scary. The Warden is actually such a good boss round, and the Afterlife, oh my god, like, they actually introduced such a fire mechanic. Like, oh, they cooked with Mob of the Dead, bro. The lore is insane, and this is actually one of the most important maps in the entire COD Zombies lore. Alcatraz actually means so much to the storyline. You know, Richtofen was coming back and forth from here. He built a lab here, everything going on with the blood vials. Like, Alcatraz is a literal anchor point in the COD Zombie storyline, and not enough people appreciate that aspect. A lot of people appreciate that it's one of the best maps ever, but they don't appreciate how it's an actual, like, if Mob of the Dead did not exist, the entire COD Zombie storyline would not make sense, because it's like Richtofen, Illuminati, original crew, blood vials. Like, there was just so much going on, and the Stanley Ferguson plot is awesome. Mob of the Dead just deserves all the kudos. The Blundergat's awesome. The Magma Gat, whoop, that's a Blood of the Dead thing. The Acid Gat is awesome, and this map is just absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Mob of the Dead, for being innovative and fantastic. I really appreciate you as a map. You are just chef's kiss. Now, coming in at number 1 isn't really going to surprise anybody. It's Origins. I love my boy Origins. I think it's a staple of Call of Duty Zombies. I've voiced why I love it a lot, but I just think this map has such a beautiful natural progression that, you know, you spawn in, turn on a generator, then you open some doors, another generator, open some doors, another generator, and while you're doing all that, you're also collecting discs and flipping switches, and you're doing fun challenges. Like Origins, you just never really run out of stuff to do, and I like that there's 4 elemental wonder weapons. You know, everybody on the map can have their own quest and do their own thing. I think that's really important for a zombies collaborative effort. Like, playing with friends, I've always had more fun on, like, Der Eisendraw and Ancient Evil and Origins, because everybody has their own wonder weapon with its own color and its own element, and that's just so cool. I also love how there's dynamic atmosphere in Origins. The giant robots come through, it rains, it snows, it's clear. There's also, you know, alternate transportation like a tank, which is fantastic. I just think there's so much to be loved about Origins, and I literally just made all these points in another video, so I don't really have to glaze Origins that much. It's also huge for the plot, and this kind of starts the Dimension 63 loop in the timeline. Origins is an integral part of the COD Zombie storyline. It's integral to the gameplay and the innovation. The only thing that really sucks about it is the mud, and when it's snowing, it's kind of hard to see on Black Ops 2, but this is the right way to push the Black Ops 2 engine forward. Transit tried and failed, where Origins succeeded, and, you know, this is just a stark contrast. We started with Transit, and it was a lukewarm, muddy mess, and then Origins comes out, and it's like, oh my god, this blew our socks off, and I'm glazing. I don't even care. If you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe. If y'all are hyped for Black Ops 6, let me know down below. below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.